Paramount and Warner are in talks to merge. Warner Discovery and Paramount. And it's really Paramount wants to get bought out by Warner Discovery. That's what it is, because Paramount is on shaky ground. What do they got? What do they got? Paramount Plus. It's in the shitter. It's in the shitter. Halo didn't save them. What a surprise. Halo, the TV series, didn't save them. Star Trek Picard Season 3, as much as we enjoyed Picard Season 3, like we said, it didn't save anything. It didn't change anything. Paramount is losing money. The IP. If here's the funny thing. If Star Trek, Star Trek Discovery, Brave New Worlds, Prodigy, Lower Decks, the Star Trek comics that are running right now, also, if that was all so successful, if that was really great and bringing in the money, bringing in the movie deals, bringing in TV series left and right, people are engaging, subscriptions to Paramount Plus, if that was successful, would Paramount be looking to merge with Warner Discovery? No. Once and for all, if you are a new Trek stan, you suck. You're an idiot. This is the proof. The thing you are crazy for sucks. Nobody watches it. Let's read this out. This is Axios, the source, which has been since confirmed by a bunch of other outlets, so I feel comfortable starting with it. Warner Discovery CEO David Zaslav met with Paramount Global CEO Bob Bakish on Tuesday in New York City to discuss the possible merger. Axios has learned from multiple sources. Why it matters. Let's zoom in a little bit more so I can see it better on this screen. Remember, I'm on this. There we go. Okay. Why it matters. The combination would create a news entertainment behemoth that would likely trigger further industry consolidation. Zaslav has spoken to Sherry Redstone, who owns Paramount's parent company, about the deal. Warner Bros. Discovery's market value is around $29 billion as of Wednesday, while Paramount's is just over $10 billion, so any merger would not be of equals. Yes, this would be Paramount looking to be saved by bigger Warner Bros. Remember, Warner Discovery, they're not really sitting pretty. They may be worth $29 billion right now, but they are not in good. They're still paying off hundreds of millions of dollars of debt. They've had to rebrand HBO Max to Max to try and drum support. They had one success this year, Barbie. One success. Everything else, dog shit. Dog shit. Made no money. HBO Max is a successful streamer, but it's not so successful that it's getting them out of debt anytime soon. And then they've got the losses. Remember, they've got Gaping Bleeding Ruined. That is DC. They've just created DC Studios. They're investing hundreds of millions of dollars into James Gunn's DC universe. Warner Discovery is not stable. They've got a lot going on, but they're more stable than Paramount, which, as I just said, hasn't had any successes. Details. The meeting between Zaslav and Bakish, which sources say lasted several hours, took place at Paramount headquarters in Times Square. The duo discussed ways their companies could complement one another. For example, each company's mainstream service, Paramount Plus and Max, could merge to better rival Netflix. Okay, all right. Axios, this is where you're full of shit. Max is more successful than Disney Plus. HBO Max is more successful. People actually watch Max. People actually tune in to watch their shows. In a few short months, people will be tuning in tens of millions to watch House of the Dragon Season 2. Disney Plus can't even get 1 million people to watch one of their shows. Okay? So the Axios, don't tell me rival Disney Plus. Rival Netflix? Yes. Netflix and Amazon are the two giants out there. You could say Apple is in the mix, but that's simply because Apple is so liquid, they can take the losses and not be hurt. But Amazon and Netflix are the big dogs, and after them is Max. Max is the next most successful one because it has content people are interested in. Nobody's interested in what's on Disney Plus. Nobody's watching Disney Plus. Disney Plus has a net loss of somewhere between probably 15 to 20 million subscribers this year. Okay? So that's bullshit. It's unclear whether Warner Brothers Discovery would buy Paramount Global or its parent company, National Amusements Inc. NAI. But a source familiar with the situation says both options are on the table. Warner Brothers Discovery is said to have hired bankers to explore the deal. Matt, how would that be? Suddenly, the Warner Brothers logo, the shield, and Paramount, the famous Paramount logo for a movie, suddenly that's the same company. This is where we are now, guys. Think about this, though. This is where we are. We are in a world where Western entertainment has been so devastated by the woke agenda. They've lost so much money because they haven't put out entertainment that people actually want, that all these classic, iconic studios that have been in existence for 100 years, one by one, are either merging or gobbled up. Because remember, Amazon ate MGM, Metro Golden Mare, the lion that roars at the beginning of a movie, owned by Amazon, who I buy books and other random shit from. That is a moment in time I wish I didn't have to experience. And now here we are, Warner Brothers and Paramount, two studios who once upon a time were competitors, were equal competitors in the movie industry here in the West. Then Warner couldn't afford anything, so they had to go to the more healthier, we'll say the healthier Discovery, and merge with them to get out of financial troubles. And now Paramount, once the equal to Warner Brothers studio, must now be merged with their rival, one of their ancient enemy rivals, in order to survive. And that's because Western entertainment went woke and got broke, and people walked away. On top of that, this economy sucks. Can't afford anything. And they can't afford to make movies, make TV shows. Nobody's watching Halo. Between the lines, the deal could drive substantial synergies. Warner Discovery could use its international distribution footprint to boost Paramount's franchises, while Paramount's children's programming assets could be essential to Warner Brothers' long-term streaming ambitions. Is Paramount connected to Nickelodeon? Hang on. Paramount might be Nickelodeon. 1 second. Let me look real quick. Paramount might own Nickelodeon. That would mean something. Okay. All right. There. Yeah, I was right. I remembered correctly. Okay. So Nickelodeon owns Paramount. Paramount owns Nickelodeon. All right. There you go. All right. So I guess that would, but still, to think that the owners of Looney Tunes and Once Upon a Time, a giant in children's cartoons on network television, needs Paramount and Nickelodeon to funnel their shit. All right, so that, I guess that, see, hey Axios, why don't you put the information in there? Don't just say children's program assets. Why don't you say Paramount, who owns Nickelodeon, would be used to extend Warner Brothers children's entertainment. All right, there's that. CBS News would be combined with CNN to create a global powerhouse. I don't know about that. CBS's crime genres, such as NCIS and Criminal Minds, could be combined with Investigation Discovery and True TV. Okay, first of all, NCIS is not the powerhouse it once was. NCIS is not NCIS anymore. And Criminal Minds is a streaming show now, and barely anybody watches. It got resurrected, and from what I heard, it's I quit watching that show years ago. I mean, CBS is the original procedural channel, but it's not what it once was. Not at all. CBS's sports footprint could be combined with Warner Discovery's. For example, CBS and Warner's Turner Sports currently share TV rights for March Madness. Okay, that is a lucrative deal for them, because suddenly you've got CBS Sports and Turner Sports all in one place. So that is a lucrative deal. That is lucrative, because sports are still money. Despite the fact that ESPN is dying over Disney, sports still makes money for people. So, what do we think? Very simple. This is a good deal for both sides if they do it. I agree with the points that were made, the bullet points there. Once you understand that Paramount is the parent company of Nickelodeon, yes, that does give Warner a larger reach for children's programming on streaming. even though everything on Nickelodeon is shit now. It's all the same crap that's out there, been out there for. It's all indoctrination bullshit. Uh, you put two classic movie studios under one roof. Does that save money? Yeah, I would guess it would. But then again, they have to start making shit people care about. There's a reason both these companies have been in trouble. They stopped making stuff people care about. Are we excited for the DCU? I'm not. Some people I know are sort of excited. Some people are uh, cautiously optimistic, and then others are gleeful. Me again, I am not. I have no faith in it. Paramount hasn't done anything successful in a long time. But here's the question. The question has to be asked concerning everything that is under the umbrella of these two companies. Does this save any single franchises that has been destroyed while under their roof? The answer is no. Does this save Star Trek? No. It would save Star Trek if here's the way this saves Star Trek. This, or at least puts Star Trek on a road to some sort of partial recovery. We already know that Warner Brothers has seemingly distanced themselves from JJ and Bad Reboot. We haven't had any deals. In fact, they have walked away from a lot of deals recently. They've canceled a lot of stuff. If Paramount gets absorbed by Warner Discovery and they become Warner Paramount Discovery, whatever the name would be, I could very well see somebody who in Warner who said, "Hey, we don't want to work with Jar Jar and his people anymore." They would see Kurtzman controlling Star Trek and say, "Hey, look, another Jar Jarite. You're fired. Your deal is canceled." And I'm sure that any new deal would cancel out the deals that Paramount made to retain Kurtzman as the person in charge of Star Trek. So Star Trek would be saved if somebody in the Warner higher ups fired Kurtzman and hired Terry Metalis, hired somebody that cared about Star Trek. But there's no guarantee. This is me wishful thinking. That's in no way, shape, or form even a possibility at this point, as far as I'm concerned. These are all giant executives who don't pay attention to anything and would maybe just keep him along because his contract's so big they don't want to buy it out and incur more debt. But that Star Trek is not going to be saved unless somebody at Warner Brothers fires Kurtzman. Is there anything else at Paramount that could be saved? No. Nothing else at Paramount that's good. Name me one thing at Paramount other than Star Trek that has a history worth saving. I'll wait. No, you probably don't have an answer for that because there isn't. There's nothing. I mean, Paramount has a catalog of movies and franchises, but we're talking something that's active right now, something that is still being produced. So what else is Warner going to do for Paramount? Nothing. Paramount's just going to be saved, and Warner's going to make use of Paramount's structure and its catalog. Because suddenly, as I said, that's probably one of the things that's more titillating to Zaslav, the Paramount movie catalog. Suddenly, the massive Paramount movie catalog, and I got plenty of Paramount movies over here. I got a bunch of them. The Paramount movie catalog would suddenly be available on Max. That's the golden ticket. That's what makes Paramount so tasty for Warner Discovery. Their movie catalog and their successful stuff that can be put on Max. Think about it. Classic Star Trek. Yes, I own my physical copy of TNG. One day I'll hope to own a physical copy of DS9 if they put it on Blu-ray. All of that suddenly is on Max. That's something, those are things people will watch over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. Real Star Trek fans will watch Real Star Trek forever. They'll watch the movies. Now, I have it on physical media. I can watch it whenever I want. I don't need a streaming service. I don't believe in a streaming service. But there is the ticket. That is what makes Warner Brothers picking up Paramount sexy. Yes, they may see. That's why Axios they don't see the real meat of the thing here. They don't see the real gold, the real moneymaker for Warner Brothers Discovery. That Paramount catalog that can be put on Max. That's the prize. Put it on there so no one else can get it. And that would solidify Max Warner Discovery as the third place winner in the streaming wars after Netflix and Amazon. It's that simple. That's the truth. At least that's how I see it. That's how I see it. All right, I'm done with this.
Thanks for watching, everybody. If you'd like to reach out to me, please email me at theranernerd@gmail.com for all channel business purposes. I am on Twitter now, mostly for promotion and sharing of videos, maybe a little shit stirring here and there, who knows, at @theranernerd. You can also find me at the Geeks and Gamers forums under @ROAS, and you can see me on Rumble and Odyssey under the Renaissance Nerd. Thanks again for watching. Take it easy.